Welcome to the Carl Watts Golf Daily Lesson Live number 7. And what I always like to say is that you're only ever one tip away. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean, effectively, what we're trying to do with these daily lives and the YouTube channel and the videos that we put out there, they're all one tip videos. So as opposed to lots of information all boxed together and you're trying to decipher it all, what we're looking to do and what we are doing is creating very clear step-by-step processes that actually help you to improve certain parts of your game, whatever that may be, but it's literally one tip at a time. And the key behind that is that otherwise we just get a little bit lost and we need that step-by-step process to help. So you're only one tip away is basically saying that just keep looking for these little tips, keep taking them on board, because what we're getting is feedback from people who are watching, from people that I teach, from the YouTube channel, that when they come across that one little tip that actually does really make a difference, they're suddenly saving 3, 4, 5, even 6 shots during a round, which is very key. It's like finding the missing piece of the jigsaw for them. So you just got to keep looking and keep listening, taking on board some of the tips that we're running through all the time. So today we've got a question from David from Brighton, who is a new YouTube subscriber, and his question is, he is struggling literally with all areas of his game. Literally, he is hitting it sideways from tee to green. He's mishitting shots. He doesn't know where to turn with it. He's struggling with his chipping. He's hitting them behind, bit fat, bit thin, and he's struggling with all aspects of his game, his putting, and in particular his bunker play as well. So the question from David from Brighton, who plays off 18 handicap, is where on earth would you start? What should I be doing first? Now, very key question, because we know this game is an emotional game. We know it's built on confidence and building yourself up. So what do you do when your whole game has gone to pot? Now, key point here is one thing we've got to do. So there's a few points that I would suggest to you, what I've seen that have worked over the years when I've been working with players when this has happened, and it does to all of us at some stage, especially if you don't keep on top of the fundamentals and the basics as and when you move along. So what tends to happen with players is the little basics fall out of kilt. So for instance, let's say ideally you'd aim the putter straight at the hole, makes sense if it's a straight putt, but gradually on Monday suddenly you aim slightly left centre of the hole, Tuesday it's left edge, and the following week it's now just an inch left, and before you know it you don't even realise you're suddenly way out. That then affects the stroke, has a knock-on effect on all areas of the game. So what tends to happen, these things just don't suddenly appear. What actually happens is it's a gradual drip effect over time, and in David's case, for instance, it's happened on all areas of his game. So to answer your question, David, what would I actually get you to? Now, clearly what you do need to do is a reset. You need to step back, you need to think through, and it's a bit like creating a bit of a project or a business plan now for your hobby and for your game, which is going to be important. Now, the first thing I would suggest you do is when you're out there playing, and I've just actually created a YouTube video on this called Your Par. Now, I'd suggest go and have a look at that, but let me give you a quick insight into what actually that is about. It's all about taking the pressure off when you play. It's about turning the par of the course to your par. Now, what do I mean by that is this. David, your handicap is 18. And the par of your course may well be, let's say, 72. So the actual par of the course is 90. And your handicap is scratch. It isn't 18. So the sort of psychology that you're after here is actually to play and play the game as if you are playing off scratch. The par is 90. And so when you do make a 5, for instance, if that happens to be your par, but it's a par 4 for me, you've made a par, you haven't made a bogey. So one of the first things we need to do is take the pressure off you. When you actually change the par on your course, and literally on a card, I would change all the pars, change the end par at the end, so it's par 90. So you're looking at it all the time that way. Your approach to the game will change. So pressure off immediately is what we're after. So that would be tip number 1, if you like. Or step number 1 of this tip. It's literally take the pressure off your strategy as opposed to going for everything because you feel you need to. No, Number 2 is the swing. So David, I know you're struggling with all shots. So what would I do to somehow get you back on track with your swing? First thing I would ask you to do is reduce it down to a 3/4 swing, and the focus is going to be on 3/4 back and 3/4 through. Again, you'll be able to see a YouTube video on this when you look at the swing checkpoint system. And there's basically 2 videos. Video checkpoint number 2, checkpoint number 8 is all focused on where you are at the 3/4 position in the backswing and the through swing. Simplify your swing, drop it right down, just play a 3/4 shot to get yourself going. Now, next element, and again, what you'll end up doing with that is when you go 3/4 on it, you'll be able to focus on more of the fluidity of the swing and not going full outward shots. So number 3 is with your putting. I would now jump all over a 3-foot putt. So again, remember, all aspects of the game are out at the moment. So the 3-foot putt, draw a line around the ball, and ideally right around the ball. Line up the ball from 3 feet and then hit some putts, just seeing what's happening to the ball. If it starts moving around all over the place, the line, you know your basics are out, so double check them. So literally resetting here, go to the 3-foot putt and work from there. See what the line is telling you and try and adjust your setup accordingly. So for those who are just joining as well here, just a quick insight into what we're running through. We are literally, David from Brighton is asking, how does he reset his game? It's all over the place, all aspects. Number 1, we spoke about change his strategy, and that means change his par. His par is 90, he plays off scratch. He doesn't play, it's not a par 72 for him. Number 2, we've said to do with the swing, go for 3/4. And number 3, we're now talking about the putting, work on his 3-foot putts using a line end over end. Number 4 is simplify the chipping and go for a basic chip, literally a short chip. For me, I like to work in stroke lengths, 2 foot back, 2 foot through. For me, I know that lands the ball around 5 yards. Now, if you start working on that basic chip, you can build up your confidence. Now, and then number 5 for me is bunker shots, getting the confidence there. But again, this isn't necessarily hugely important in relation to getting yourself really kick-started, because you're going to have far more shots with the other shots that we've just already mentioned. But all I would say in bunker shots is go 3/4 again. Really get yourself committed to 3/4 back, 3/4 through. That's going to help you really commit to the bunker shots, whereas most people tend to decelerate on them. So, to answer your question, David, it's this. A reset is needed. When you do a reset, you need to go right back to total basics for yourself. What you want to do, again, is you want to stand there and take the pressure off your strategy. Play to your par. It's par 90, you play off scratch. Number 2, 3/4 swings. Reduce the swing length down. Work on your fluidity and feel, right? The softness in the hands and so on. Number 3, your putting. Get on the 3-footers. Draw a line around your ball and just set up the line directly straight for a straight 3-footer and see whether you're actually hitting the ball and it's rolling end over end. If not, your basics are out. Number 4, the chipping. They literally just go with a 2-foot back, 2 foot through, little short chip and run that allows you to land it 5 yards. Get the basics working correctly. And then number 5, I've said, by all means work in the bunker, but you can use basically what I said at the very beginning to do with actually the 3/4 swing, which helps you in bunkers to really commit to the shot, where most people totally decelerate and have no follow through whatsoever. So, David, I hope that's helped. You will find some videos on the Carl Watts Golf YouTube channel that will help you in particular with these areas. But again, if you do need a reset and your game is in that much of a state, these are the basic principles I would work with anyone with, and I think you'll find that they will definitely help you as well. Now, if you have any questions you would like to ask, if you would like to send me in a swing that you have, or a chipping action or a putting action you'd like me to assess, I will do that and put out a YouTube clip or video where I am analysing whatever part of the game that you would like me to analyse for you. So, David, again, I hope that's helped. If anyone, any questions, please throw the questions my way. If you have liked this, please press like, and if you want to subscribe to the YouTube channel, go to Carl Watts Golf and the YouTube channel, and subscribe, and just press the bell for notifications, to get all the tips which we are sending out each and every day. So good golfing the rest of the week. I hope you have a good week. I will see you tomorrow with Daily Live number 8. And just remember, as I always say, you are literally only one tip away. See you tomorrow.